This is the Pinnacle Studio desktop. Here, this button allows you to pull up and add video files and footage, which you can do. This allows you to do some transitional. We'll put some pictures up here in a second. So we'll go to, and we'll pull up some different pictures and we'll drop in here real quick. And we'll go back through and we'll just add some so we'll delete that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here. We'll do these all the same. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to highlight one up. Go back and highlight them all together. We're going to set our time up here. Let's run those out to 7 seconds a piece. We'll go back here, we'll go animate the pictures, and this allows us to do what we call a zoom or pan and zoom feature. And what we'll do is we'll take this here, we're going to set a start point so we can drop that all the way to the back, and then we can bring that and bring it all the way on and zoom in to pretty much in depth, whatever we want to go to. And if we want, we can also move and set our endpoint, like this row of palm trees here in the background. So we'll make that our in-depth endpoint. And now let's go back and we will do an open play. Here we can hit play, and then we can put that and make this the full screen. And now this is what we're able to do. Okay, if you notice down here, each of these has a little star. That says that lets us know that each of these videos is preset with a pan and zoom feature now added onto the video clip. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to this icon here, which is our transitions. And if you click on each of these and then look over here, it'll show you what the transition feature is. So for like this one, it's a fade in effect, and I like that one. So we're going to do a couple different ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to drag that down and we'll put it right like that, and that'll automatically set one. So we'll go down and set that on the next one. Now we want these to match up, so what we're going to do as far as the amount of time used between them, we're going to click on it and we're going to set up here. You can see it sets for 2 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to make that as a standard. So we'll open that back up, and then we'll go back up here and we can click on the 4 and then use our little down arrow keys and bring it down to 2 seconds. Okay, and then we will do that on the next one as well. So we'll go up here, we'll do that one, which is this effect here. And we'll bring that one down and drop it there. And then we're going to go, we'll do a reverse one on the next one. So it'll look like that instead of coming from the, they're coming from the outside edge to the center, whereas the previous one did from the center to outward. So we'll bring that over, we'll put it, and that transition will show up there. The next one, which is where it brings from the bottom up, we'll try that, sample that one on the next one. And then we'll do one from a transition from the top down. and we'll put that on the next slide. And these shows can, the nice thing is these work universally between video, or if you're just doing still pictures, you can do them either way, which is a really nice thing. So this is we'll do a little video lap over this here. This is the Pinnacle Studio, and so we'll go on to the next video. We go up and we're going to go to up here on the icons. You're going to see a little video camera. We're going to click on that, and then that gives us a couple different files here. We're going to take, and I'm going to take the file name Tristan WMV, and we'll move it down by moving the bottom bar here, which you can move by sliding it left or right. And then we are going to drop it, we'll grab it and drop it down on the video bar, and we will see how that plays out. And this is one I shot on a green screen with my nephew. I will be explaining, and we'll go into some of that here in a minute about what's going on with green screen exactly. Okay. In order to do the green screen chroma key, what we need to do first is we need to take this video clip, move it from our upper bar down one bar, which is the titles and transition bar. When we place that there, then once we're done with that, we're going to open that up, go to the screen, and down here at the bottom, there's a toolbar that allows us to add effects to video clips. We're going to click on that icon. Bring it over to the Studio HDRTX, then down to green chroma key. Click on that and then click OK. Once we've done that, we can exit out of this, and then we're going to come back and we're going to bring it back up. We're going to click on the icon just above where we got the edit, which is the chroma key screen. Next thing we need to do is chroma key. Now that's going to allow us to then go, we're going to go ahead and close that out up there. Then we're going to go to pictures. We'll open up the pictures to the picture icon. Go to pictures, the media folder we created. And we'll take these pictures and drop down here. And we'll put them on the top line. And this will create the back script. So what we'll need to do then is we'll need to extend those out. We'll move them to from 4 seconds to 7 seconds. And then we can do that on the same, and that'll carry over because the next one over it'll always automatically do for some reason. Then the next thing we want to do is we want to go, because we want to do two different backgrounds in a solid background, which would be just a picture. And then we'll do some moving background using media. So we'll go back to the video icon. We'll look for, in our file folder, I made a media moving background picture. So we'll click on that, and it's gonna, usually it'll come up with detecting scenes from video, which you can hit cancel until it up there. There's an option of file or scene in the upper part of the corner, or right up here. I always like to go, which is fine because we can go that way, or we'll go like that. And then what we'll do is we'll take this and we'll shorten this down, because we don't need to use all that. So, okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and now we're going to look at what we just did, and we'll put this to full screen real quick and view it and make sure it looks right and plays okay. What do I like best about Windows 10? The audio on this, I'm going to go ahead and delete, because I'll show you how to do that in a minute, because it's not really needed for this video. And have it normally do it, but have a real interaction with my PC, and have it have a real personality. So to remove the audio, what we're going to do is we're going to go down here, we're going to click on it. If you notice this orange little line right here, if you click, you can actually pull that orange line. That's going to turn the audio off. If it's above it, you can hear it. You can also set your audio by moving that down. It'll, the lower it is, the less volume there will be. So let's go back and we'll replay that video. We'll jump right there. This right here is our tool to tell us where we are at in the video itself. Now another thing is, you notice there's a little hourglass right here. You can move that in or out, which can extend you from minutes to seconds. And we'll go ahead and play that. And this is what it looks like now. We actually probably need to give another thing I'll show in the video here. We'll click out of that full screen. If you notice, when we pause this, there's a little green thing that's going to move across here. What that is it's the computer actually showing the amount of time it's taking for it to process each of those video scenes and process each individual little movement of the pixels. So that once it gets curling across from this green spot to the orange over here, it'll be completed, and that means that all the video in that area has been rendered by the computer. So it should play smoothly after that. If you're ever playing video or working with video and you're kind of seeing lagging in the performance of the video when you do post playback to make sure it looks right, that's usually what the problem is. The computer hasn't processed all that information into it yet. And once it's gone ahead and turned that into from that darker green to that lighter green, and then it'll go to an orange or red, that means it's done processing and rendering the video. We are running with Pinnacle Studio 15 today on this tutorial, and one of the things that we need to cover, and I forgot and should have done this earlier, you have three options here. One is your import, which you would use right up here where the mouse is, and the purpose of that is if you've got the proper digital cameras, you can plug in through like USB ports and different media connectors. And that allows you to connect your camera and digitally port off video footage on your camera. Two, which we're in this state right now, is the editing. As you notice, the 2 is highlighted with orange, which means that's what's open and working. What you would do, once you got this, also you got the options here. this one here, this icon is your video file folder, so you can pull up. And some people like to do like I do. I'd pull the file, all the files in, and store them already into a hard drive file folder. Then you have your transition folder, which you've got 1 to 74 different transition effects. We have 1 to 48 showing right now available. This next one, which we didn't really get into, is called the montage, which has many different things. And I'll give you an example. Here's one of the ones where you can watch it play. You can put individual pictures, moving and stuff in these little cells marked 1 through whatever number, and text messages. One that I think is kind of unique is the video wall. And here's an example of that. Where you'd have each of those numbers representing a different picture. And the other one that's one I've commonly used is called the video ball. And it looks like this when it plays. I've used that a few times in different memorial videos for people who had passed on, and that's always seemed to be an impressive one to use for that. Okay, the next option. This is what they call. So you could put this as a like an introduction or a closing, putting in text. The text here. Then your video, which is your pictures, which is your picture media. This one is more for setting up your building DVDs. They give you pre-made DVD layout templates for setting up your video files on DVD on a DVD format for playing later. Then you've got an audio file that's got different music and we can do different things, gunshots, a bomb drop, machine gun. This one's atomic bomb going off. And then you have an audio file where you can download different music, MP3 music, and put in. Okay, so now that we've got through that, you have here your display so you can look at what's going on in your video. This is your video timeline. You have a meter time here showing the moments or seconds, and you can expand this out to where it's not down to individual seconds or up as far as it condensed down into blocks of minutes. You have your main video bar. There's an audio channel here, and then there's a second video bar which lets you do chroma key and those special features. And this is I believe a second transition bar where you can do additional transition, and then a second audio, and then have your music bar all the way down at the bottom. Over here, you can actually lock or unlock tracks and video so that they won't move around on you, which can happen from time to time, which is kind of a useful thing I find sometimes. Now, the next thing that we would do once we've got the video together, we're ready to go, Then we would click on the Make Movie, and then you have option Disk, File, Tape, or Web, and then it'll allow you to set accordingly and dole those out to what you're wanting to do. For an example, I went File, so it would allow me to specify if I was going in high definition 1080p with the MPEG-4 Media 4 file. It's got several different settings that you can choose from. You've got AVI, DVX, DVX Plus HD, Flash Video, iPod compatible, MOV, MPEG-1, MPEG-2, MPEG-2 TS, MPEG-4 Real Media, Sony PSP compatible, Windows Media, 3GP, which a lot of these, I'm not exactly sure they're specific to different features. And then you can direct where you want the files to be located and stored once you're done. So I think that kind of gives us a wrap up of the sense of the features that this can